Good evening, Belize. It's Tuesday and you're watching News 5. I'm Sabrina Daly and here's what's making headlines tonight. Tonight, a full-scale revolt against BTL's leadership. Trade unions say Chairman Mark Lizarraga has lost the public's trust and they're demanding his immediate removal. But is Lizarraga the only one in the firing line? The unions are also firing back at Speednet, insisting they support competition while taking aim at the company's response to Cabinet's blockbuster decision. A young man who survived one attempt on his life is killed in a brazen daylight attack. Tonight, police are searching for answers in the murder of 27-year-old Tyrell Robinson. In Orange Walk, a disturbing discovery at an ancient Maya site. Archaeologists say heavy machinery destroyed part of Belize's cultural heritage, and they're now asking who is responsible. And why are some Coast Guard sailors being told to wait while BDF soldiers receive a new meal allowance? The question is fueling frustration within the security forces. From questions of accountability to questions of fairness, we've got it all covered. News 5 starts now.
One morning. In Belize, that's usually a whole week of asking around. Find It 501 is a directory of every business in Belize. Every district, every category, hardware to hear to what's happening this weekend. Done before noon.
6 businesses got found this morning. Is yours on Find It 501?
Win the Encore Bundle. 2 Skydeck tickets, $500 DigiCash, a night stay at Grand Resort plus official Marshall Montano merch. Get your tickets for only $5 on the DigiWallet Marketplace games. And experience Marshall Montano the Encore way.
The next station is not just a place. It's the vacation capital of the world. Mexican Caribbean, the vacation capital.
Welcome back. The fallout from the failed BTL Speednet deal is no longer just about a collapsed acquisition. It has now become a public test of accountability for BTL chairman Mark Lizarraga. Tonight, Belize's trade union movement is turning up the pressure, calling for Lizarraga's immediate removal and accusing him of losing the trust of workers, employees, and the wider public. Union leaders say the controversy has exposed serious concerns about transparency and leadership at one of the country's most important utility companies. At a heated press conference today, several unions went even further, saying Lizarraga should not only be dismissed, but should leave without benefits. So, will government continue to back its embattled chairman, or will it give in to the growing calls for him to go? News 5's Paul Lopez reports.
Trade unions are vociferously demanding the immediate resignation of BTL chairman Mark Lizarraga. Today at an NTUCB press conference, leaders from several unions openly questioned his integrity.
We call for the immediate removal of Chairman Mark Lizarraga. Our position is based on a loss of confidence. We believe the chairman has not been sufficiently honest, transparent, and forthcoming with BTL workers and the Belizean public, and therefore has lost confidence of many employees at BTL, workers and Belizeans.
Ella Wade, president of the National Trade Union Congress of Belize, says Belizeans have lost confidence in Lizarraga's leadership. The Belize Communication Workers Union, represents 60% of BTL's workforce, and its General Secretary, Harrison August, says those employees have also lost faith in Lizarraga's direction.
The joint unions at this time would like to thank wholeheartedly the bold stands made by Director Alan Pollard and Anissa Perdomo, who actually had the backbone to stand up and vote no against this acquisition. Chairman Mark Lizarraga has failed to act with transparency, timely communication, consultation, and good faith engagement, particularly on a decision that directly impacts the employees of BTL and the people of Belize.
Cut the bacon.
Vote of no confidence.
Mark Lizarraga and BTL CEO Ivan Tesacom tried to sell Cabinet on the Speednet acquisition back on August 11th, presenting it as a smart move for the telecoms industry and Belizean consumers. But while they spoke of economic benefits, Lizarraga's detractors are now focusing on something else entirely, his integrity.
You're calling my integrity into question? Have you looked at the performance of that company? Have you seen the turnaround that we've done at that company in the last 5 years compared to what it was before? So that's okay. I've been attacked by the best. That not bother me. You will judge me by the work and by the results of what we're trying to do.
Union Senator Glenfield Dennison raised the stakes, demanding that Lizarraga steps down promptly without receiving any benefits.
You need to do the honorable thing and resign. And not get no benefits, so go directly home. Do not pass, do not collect your pension, do not collect $200, just go home.
Government has the legal power to decide who chairs BTL's board of directors. So tonight, all eyes are on Prime Minister John Briceño. Will he move to replace Mark Lizarraga, or will the embattled chairman remain in place? Reporting for News 5, I am Paul Lopez.
Union leaders say removing Mark Lizarraga is only the beginning. Belize Communication Workers Union General Secretary Harrison August is also demanding the immediate resignation of 3 BTL directors, Moises Cal, Arturo Lizarraga, and Eric Usi. Here is what he told the press.
Moises Cal, director, again we know to be a diplomat, politician, but one needs to only do a basic Google search of the name. And you will find the first thing that pops up is what, people? Panama. For someone sitting in the seat that he holds as a board member of BTL, to hold such an important seat and have these clouds over him, that is not showing the type of people we want in leadership on the board of BTL. Vote of no confidence. Mr. Arturo Lizarraga, not sit for one, but sit for how much too? SSB, BTL. We know that he is affiliated, or is the president of the Belize Business Bureau. What that? He has been the president of Business Bureau. Google it. For some 2 decades, he has been the president.
That's nothing of the same thing.
How is he elected? It is very interesting to see that Mr. Eric Usi, directors for small shareholders representatives, again, voted in favor of the acquisition without not even a phone call to any of the small shareholders.
The United Democratic Party issued a statement joining the union's calls for the immediate removal of Chairman Lizarraga. In its release, the UDP noted that it was the first to demand his removal following the board's approval. Union Senator Glenfield Dennison says his vote of no confidence did not start with the proposed BTL Smart acquisition. He says his concerns go back to an earlier plan for BTL to purchase 2 cable companies, a proposal he questioned from the beginning. Dennison says he opposed that deal then, and he feels the same way about the BTL Smart acquisition now.
My no confidence vote is not simply because of the Smart BTL acquisition. I don't want it to be lost on any Belizean that the board composition that voted to acquire Smart was intending to acquire 2 cable companies valued at $90 million. So when I say I don't have any confidence in that board at BTL and the leadership of Mark Lizarraga, it is hinged very closely to his decision to even consider acquiring a cable company from his brother and the brother of the Prime Minister. $90 million. So if you think the Smart deal me bad, think again. The cable deal was worse.
The NTUCB is putting the Briseno administration on the clock. Union leaders say government has 90 days to establish a tripartite structure at BTL, one that would give both the National Trade Union Congress of Belize and the Belize Chamber of Commerce a seat at the decision-making table. NTUCB President Allowance says that kind of shared oversight is the only way to rebuild public confidence in the company.
The People's Telecommunications Company must include the people in BTL. In BTL, it is said by the chairman it has been finally admitted that the company is owned by the public, by Belizeans. Then we say workers and the Belizeans must have a meaningful voice in its governance. We therefore call for what has been established at many other organizations and boards, the tripartite structure at BTL. And the timeline is 90 days. It can be done. It's been done at Social Security Board, the University of Belize Board, many other boards in this country. It allows for accountability, transparency, and once we have BCCI, the employers representative, and the workers representative in the UCB, we know that we can then gain back that trust in these organizations.
Union leaders say they are not against competition and they are not anti-Speednet. But they are pushing back against the tone of Speednet's press release following Cabinet's decision. NTUCB President Allowance says the unions found the release to be in bad taste. Meanwhile, the Belize Communication Workers Union is urging government to keep its business with BTL.
As with every other Belizeans, we agree with competition, right? Competition is good, but fair competition is better. We support genuine competition in telecommunications because consumers benefit, you benefit, I benefit. The service is better and we have competitive prices. However, the recent Smart Speednet release, I don't know about you, but it left a bad taste in the workers of this country's mouth. We found it to be vindictive rather than constructive.
The cabinet voted no to the acquisition, which is a good stance, but guess what? Talk is cheap. We no longer want these very same cabinet ministers taking GOB business from BTL and funneling it to Smart. Belizeans, it's time for us to support our own, the National Telecom. Let's send a message to these privately owned companies that we will not tolerate them being bullies to put a gun at our head to force us to do a deal that they cannot present transparent documents that we can have confidence in making a decision.
Speednet says that because the PUC has declared BTL a dominant provider, government tenders for telecom-related services must go through the proper public process. Coming up, is government dragging its feet on whistleblower protection? Union Senator Glenfield Dennison says the Briseno administration must move the protective disclosure bill now.
Hello friends, I'm Dr. Bob Roberts with another 60-second sermon from God's Word. The Bible says, I looked on my right hand and beheld, but there was no man that would know me. Refuge failed me, no man cared for my soul. David was not the only man who ever felt alone and unloved. Many with their hurts today pass the church and wonder the same thing. Dr. Fred Craddock was raised by a Christian mother and an unbelieving father whose objection to the church was always the same. The church doesn't care about me. All the church cares about is another name on the roll and another pledge on the books. He said this all of his life, except for one time. He was in a veterans hospital in Philadelphia and was down to 96 pounds. They had inserted a metal tube for his throat because radiation had burned his body, and the doctors said it was too late. Dr. Fred Craddock went one day to the hospital to visit his dad to discover fresh-cut flowers and potted plants lining each wall and filling every windowsill, and there a 12-inch stack of cards from people in the church on the bedside table beside his dad. As his dad saw him looking, he took one of those little Kleenex boxes and wrote on the side this line from Shakespeare: "In this harsh world, draw your breath in pain to tell my story." Fred Craddock asked, "What is your story, Daddy?" His daddy looked at the flowers and cards and wrote, "I was wrong. It is sometimes in our times of deepest needs that we discover the church really does care." Today's 60-second sermon has been presented by Christian Foundations of Faith in cooperation with the Baptist churches in your area.
KTV The Remix Season 8 is bringing the heat every Tuesday night. Experience Belize's biggest singing competition live from the Bliss as your favorite contestants battle it out on stage with unforgettable performances. The show starts at 8 p.m. sharp, so don't be late. Get your tickets today at Greater Belize Media on Coney Drive or 88 Shopping Center and come be a part of the excitement. KTV The Remix Season 8, where Belize's next superstar takes the stage. See you every Tuesday at 8 p.m. only on GBM.
There have been a lot of questions about what the proposed broadcasting bill could mean for online content creators. So, here are answers to some of the most frequently asked questions. You create content online. You post videos, go live, work with brands, and maybe even get paid for advertising or sponsorships. But does getting paid for your content mean you now need a broadcasting license? The short answer is not automatically. There are specific requirements that determine whether you're considered a national online broadcaster under the proposed law. First, do you fall under the definition? You may be considered a national online broadcaster if all of these apply. 1. You control the broadcast. 2. You broadcast exclusively online. 3. Your broadcasts are mainly directed to Belize. And 4. Your advertising or sponsorship revenue comes predominantly from Belizean citizens. If all 4 apply, you may fall within the National Online Broadcaster category. So if all 4 apply to me, does that mean I need a license? Not necessarily. If you fall within the category, the proposed framework provides for exemptions where the regulations allow. So you may still qualify for an exemption. What determines an exemption? When developing exemption rules, the BBA will consider how much you earn or benefit, including revenue or other business benefits from your broadcasts. They will also consider how often you broadcast, including how frequently and how many broadcasts you make. Another factor is how big your audience is, based on your average or highest audience size. And they'll consider who can watch, including whether your broadcasts are open to the public in Belize or limited to a particular group. Other relevant public interest factors may also be considered. So here's the bottom line. Getting paid to create content does not automatically mean you need a license.
27-year-old Tyrell Robinson had survived an attempt on his life before, but on Monday evening, he was gunned down around 5 o'clock. Tonight, police are still trying to determine who carried out the attack and what led to the deadly violence. Robinson worked at the Michael Finnegan Market, and while he had previous run-ins with the law, those who knew him described him as hardworking and friendly. Now his murder has left one troubling question behind. Why was he targeted? News 5's Brittany Gordon reports.
On Monday evening, chaos erupted on West Collect Canal as gunfire erupted just before 5 p.m. 27-year-old Tyrell Robinson was serving a customer at Jun's Meat Shop inside the Michael Finnegan Market when an armed man approached and opened fire. According to his employer, Aaron Castillo, the incident has left many vendors shaken.
I made it right there when that made it happen, but I made it serve. And at the same time when I hear the gunshot going off, and then I spin wrong, then I said that what happened. I run out because I don't know what the intention from the Bali could do it. I don't know who I could, why, and then then Bali do the thing, and then within the way anybody could get hurt.
Robinson had been working at Jun's Meat Shop for the past 6 months, and according to Castillo, he was trying to turn his life around. His past, however, was complicated. In 2019, police charged him after he allegedly snatched a gold chain from Magistrate Tanisha Smith near the Michael Finnegan Market. He was later charged with theft, attempted theft, and damage to property. Then in 2023, Robinson told police that 2 men on bicycles attacked him outside his Bocatoro Street home. One of them opened fire, but Robinson managed to run inside and escaped unharmed. Despite all of that, Castillo says he gave Robinson a job because he believed the young man wanted a second chance.
I watch pan, I look like, I know then street boy and so, but I give the man a chance or try, it kind of look like he want to change your life. But you're all right there, you're all right young man, you behave as far as I know, man may behave, but I don't know what's going on with this late accident what happened.
Robinson leaves behind a young daughter, and those who worked with him say he was friendly and easy to get along with.
So far the man is a good man, he serves the people in good. People may like the man. When people come by, they may like the man. He treat them with love and things.
Witnesses say police were quick to arrive at the scene, but are now calling for increased police presence at the market, with armed officers stationed at the gates.
I think they should do better because a lot of people come by here and then for make them think they happen in a market like this, because they got 3 gates. I believe each gate is supposed to have security and nobody for come in with helmet and nothing while they cover their face.
Police have yet to make a formal arrest. Brittany Gordon for News 5.
A disturbing discovery at the San Andres Village Cemetery has left police in Crosshairs searching for answers. Caretakers found the tomb of a 12-year-old boy broken open on August 16th, with the child's remains exposed and scattered outside the grave. Police say the skull was reportedly missing, and investigators believe the incident happened sometime after August 10th, when the tomb was last seen intact. ASP Stacy Smith says police are trying to determine who would do this and why.
I can confirm that the officers in Crosshairs are investigating the disinterment of a body at the cemetery at that location. What we know is that the caretakers at the cemetery reported that on the 16th of August, when they were making their rounds, they observed a tomb that was broken into and the remains of the person was exposed. The caretaker indicated that the last time they were in the area and observed it to be intact was around the 10th, so we suspect it occurred between the 10th and the 16th. So it's a matter of investigation. Much has not been learned. However, that is the status that it is right now.
Police say the grave dates back to 2018 and investigators are still trying to determine why someone would desecrate the grave of a child. Union Senator Glenfield Dennison says the Briseno administration must stop delaying the protective disclosure bill and move it through the National Assembly. Dennison says the legislation is a key part of the union's wider demand for good governance and accountability in Belize. But he argues the bill has been left sitting for too long and he fears the delay may be intentional.
There's a piece of legislation that is meant to protect people who are doing exactly what we need more of in Belize, blowing the whistle on corruption. Whistleblowers legislation is languishing, Paul, in the House of Representatives, my brother. Not the Osh. That's what we need for spot one light pan. Why is that piece of legislation languishing that dead, you know? So we have to resurrect it. Resurrect the protected disclosure bill, because you see how they victimize or want to victimize the people who they leak the screenshots from the Mira millions. That's where that did have to protect. So make we get that out in the next 90 days. I ready for debate that the Senate. Senator Chuno, are you ready for debate that in the Senate? I ready.
Union Senator Glenfield Dennison is also calling for campaign finance reform, saying elected officials cannot truly represent the people if they remain obligated to campaign financiers. Dennison says several draft laws already exist, but none has been meaningfully advanced. For him, campaign finance legislation is a key part of strengthening accountability in public office.
There's a very important saying. If we messed up our independence, our colonizers will come back in the form of investors. We are 45 years old as a nation. We have messed up bad on this thing called independence. And the evidence of that is that we are now being governed by people calling themselves investors. Me not call no name. But the reason those people can run our country is because they control the campaign finance. Because when the election is over and you're sitting go to Governor General house go swear in, they're not there to run the country, you know. That the people who finance their campaign to get them there. Make it be real.
Notably, back in 2020, the Briseno administration campaigned on a promise to implement campaign finance legislation. Those promises are yet to materialize. With less than 2 weeks to go before the PUP Belize City Municipal Convention, the race is now moving door to door and phone call by phone call. More than 700 delegates will decide who makes it onto the municipal slate. And Councillor Kaya Katu says her team is actively working to secure that support ahead of the August 30th vote. Katus is also responding to the exclusion of fellow councillor Evan Thompson from the race, calling it unfortunate while saying she has not looked deeply into the reasons behind that decision.
Definitely have been on the ground. We got the delegate list about a week ago. We've been on the ground trying to reach out to all the delegates and preparing for August 30th.
On your reaction to your colleague not being allowed to contest, Mr. Evan Thompson?
definitely unfortunate, but sometimes that is the nature of politics and we must move on.
Do you know why he was not allowed?
I'm not necessarily sure. I haven't been able to delve so much into his issues. I've strictly dealing with, selling myself and selling the team that we have on the ground.
The party has not explained why it rejected the sitting councillor's application, but Secretary General Khalid Montejo says the decision came from the vetting and national campaign committees. Still ahead, was the BTL Speednet deal a smokescreen? The joint unions say they have not forgotten the Mira millions and defense procurement scandal, and they are still demanding accountability.
Every dream begins with an opportunity, and every opportunity has the power to change a life. This year, Belize Bank proudly welcomes 16 outstanding new scholars during its 14th annual Scholarship Award ceremony, recognizing young Belizeans whose academic excellence, leadership, and determination inspire us all.
When I look around the room today, I see future entrepreneurs who will build businesses. I see future doctors who will heal families. I see engineers who will design infrastructure, teachers which will inspire the next generation.
For Belize Bank, a scholarship is more than financial assistance. It's a commitment to each student's future through guidance, encouragement, and mentorship from members of our management team. Today, we celebrate 16 new scholars, more than 250 lives transformed, one shared future. Because when we empower our youth, we empower our nation.
Every day, the demand on your business gets higher. More productivity, better equipment, and reliable support to keep up with a fast-moving world. At Cellular World Business Solutions, we're ready to help you boost performance across every operation. Don't let outdated technology hold you back. With our certified and supported solutions, your business stays ahead. We supply office equipment, printers, inks, and toners, software licenses, IT system assembly as your Dell Platinum and Cisco partner, appliances, and custom orders tailored to your needs. From startups to large enterprises and renowned institutions, we serve every corner of the country because no industry can afford to fall behind on technology. Let's take your business to the next level. Contact us today at 610-2494. Cellular World Business Solutions, your reliable partner in business success.
Win the Encore Bundle. 2 Skydeck tickets, $500 DigiCash, a night stay at Grand Resort plus official Marshall Montano merch. Get your tickets for only $5 on the DigiWallet Marketplace games. And experience Marshall Montano the Encore way.
Her phone, her laptop, her whole life in this apartment. If anything happens, it's more than just a loss. It's everything. RF&G Renters Insurance helps protect what matters most, even when you don't own the place.
KTV The Remix Season 8 is bringing the heat every Tuesday night. Experience Belize's biggest singing competition live from the Bliss as your favorite contestants battle it out on stage with unforgettable performances. The show starts at 8 p.m. sharp, so don't be late. Get your tickets today at Greater Belize Media on Coney Drive or 88 Shopping Center and come be a part of the excitement. KTV The Remix Season 8, where Belize's next superstar takes the stage. See you every Tuesday at 8 p.m. only on GBM.
Connection isn't something you switch on. It's something you build together.
Connected through culture.
Culture isn't preserved in silence. It's kept alive through participation.
Connected through education.
Education doesn't always look like a classroom. Sometimes it looks like someone taking the time to teach and someone else choosing to learn.
Connected through sports.
Before the wins, before the applause, there's belonging. Here, young people learn more than how to play. They learn how to stand together.
Connected through community.
Community isn't a campaign, it's showing up. Not once, but every time it matters.
Connected through you.
Behind every connection is a person who cares. People who listen. People who stay. We don't just connect services, we connect you to your world.
Connected through every chapter.
Smart, bringing people together.
Union Senator Glenfield Dennison says the cost of living is exposing just how far behind the minimum wage has fallen. At today's NTUCB press conference, he compared the $5 minimum wage to the price of a gallon of fuel, arguing that workers simply cannot keep up. Dennison says that after 45 years as a country, Belize should be doing much better for its lowest paid workers. Here's how he puts it.
We got a minimum wage of $5, right? Minimum wage of $5. I just want to lift this right here, son. You know why I said slavery? Because 3 hours of labor for buy 1 gallon of gas. You know what they used to do in the slaves? They used to go there with ledger and then you go buy it at the master shop and then when you go pay it done, you have to stay up on the plantation because you can't live. That's how you do it when you got minimum wage at $5 an hour and you need 3 hours of work to buy 1 gallon of gas. We are stuck as a society if we not do something about that. We don't need to start see this new plantation for what it is, you know. Our slave mill we in still. We need to do better than that as a country. 45 years and a year we're still there. That like with the regress.
Some believe the now shelved BTL Speednet acquisition may have been a distraction from the Mira millions and the Ministry of Defense procurement scandal. But the joint unions say they have not forgotten. They are still demanding accountability, insisting the matter cannot be swept under the rug. Union leaders say when government spends public funds properly, ordinary Belizeans should see the benefit in their pockets.
The Ministry of Defense procurement scandal cannot be swept under the rug because it is showing us the weakness in our procurement system. And so it doesn't matter if we double or triple the budgets. If the leakages don't stop, monies will not be available for people of Belize to have in their pockets. The taxes don't need to be raised if we are using the monies efficiently. Everybody are going to be there for their family now. Everybody. As they send you a picture of the food where they eat. And post it on WhatsApp, on Facebook, on Instagram. and you show me where the baby back ribs there. Where the lobster there. Where the jumbo shrimp there. Anyone I want to please, when any of the family member have jumbo shrimp and baby back ribs in a them plate, you send it to me because I really want to see it, because I've never seen a BDF eat anything. So where the money gone?
The Ministry of National Defense is facing an ongoing audit, but CEO Francis Usher says the work of the ministry continues. As the Auditor General reviews spending and procurement procedures, Usher says soldiers and sailors remain on duty and operations have not slowed down. He says the ministry is fully cooperating with the audit team and continues to follow the required procurement guidelines.
Not at all. The work goes on, the operations go on. Both the BDF, the soldiers and the sailors, they're consummate professionals. They ensure that they get the job done every step of the way. The audit has not hampered the operational tempo in any way. We are completely supportive and compliant of all of the requests from the Auditor General and her team, and it has not affected the operational tempo at all.
Has it affected procurement?
It has not affected procurement. Procurement continues. Procurement continues following the rules, following all of the guidelines. We are in constant communication with the Ministry of Finance, with the Office of the Contractor General, to ensure that everything as it has been is above board.
Some Coast Guard sailors are questioning why BDF soldiers are receiving a new $17 daily meal allowance while they've been told to wait. The concern surfaced on social media after Coast Guard personnel reportedly learned they would not get the per diem immediately, despite earlier expectations that it would apply across the security forces. But Defense Ministry CEO Francis Usher says the difference is based on how the two forces operate, and he says Coast Guard personnel will eventually receive the allowances as well.
For the rollout of the BDF, what we're doing is we're procuring MREs for those that are deployed to the jungle. And this is a trial phase, so we're buying enough MREs from now to the end of the financial year. And if the soldiers say, well, we would prefer to try a different type of MRE or freeze-dried food or something that would last better in the jungle, we're open to that. We're open to suggestion. But the number we landed on was $17 a day per member of the BDF. Now the plan is to roll that out in the Coast Guard, but the Coast Guard is sort of a little different in terms of their operational requirements. Whereas the BDF is walking through the jungle sometimes for days before they get to their patrolling area, the Coast Guard goes by boat to their forward operating base. So they are able to take fresh rations, and they have kitchens at all of their forward operating bases. So they suggested, the commandant suggested, and I agree, that they are able to continue to utilize the fresh rations. So what we did was we kept that going, and in the new financial year, so the 1st of April, they will start with the per diem plus continuing with the fresh rations. The funds were readily available, so we didn't have to go back for any more funds to be approved for us to roll it out in the BDF now. And that's why we're rolling it out in BDF now, along with the new MRE shift, and then we're going to roll it out in the Coast Guard.
CEO Usher says sailors deployed at sea will continue to receive fresh rations, while those stationed at camp will receive the per diem. After the break, was it pageant chaos or manipulation? Destiny Wagner says production errors caused the Miss Universe Belize controversy, and she's standing by Callie Rose West's win.
My name is Megan, and I'm a civil engineer here at M&M Engineering. Behind every successful production process in our factory come quality materials, skilled employees, and reliable equipment. Specifically, rebar and pre-stressing cable from Benny's, which are the building blocks of our products.
Not all rebar and steel are created equal. At Benny's, quality is savings, because building with trusted materials means building stronger, safer, and longer.
Through Benny's Enterprises and Banquet, M&M Engineering has access to the highest quality products and heavy-duty machinery. that help us improve efficiency, maintain productivity, and provide the most reliable solutions to our clients.
Best for you and best for me. At Benny's, it's the quality. Benny's, quality and savings.
KTV The Remix Season 8 is bringing the heat every Tuesday night. Experience Belize's biggest singing competition live from the Bliss as your favorite contestants battle it out on stage with unforgettable performances. The show starts at 8 p.m. sharp, so don't be late. Get your tickets today at Greater Belize Media on Coney Drive or 88 Shopping Center and come be a part of the excitement. KTV The Remix Season 8, where Belize's next superstar takes the stage. See you every Tuesday at 8 p.m. only on GBM.
We're ready for the road. We're ready for the road. So we're ready, yeah, we're ready, yeah, we're ready, 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 yeah, we're ready, we're ready, we're ready, we're ready.
How to access your contribution history on the My Social Security portal. First, go to your browser and type ssbportal.org.bz. Enter your email and password, then click Log In. Once logged in, you'll see your full portal account on the screen. On the left-hand side, you'll notice a drop-down menu for added features. Click on History. Choose Contributions. Read the disclaimer, then click Continue. You'll now see a full window displaying your contribution history. In the table, each row represents a different year. For example, let's look at the year 2024. Click on the row and a detailed breakdown will appear. This breakdown includes your employer's name, your earnings for each month and week, contribution type, the amounts paid, and that's how you can explore the new contribution feature on the My Social Security portal. It's quick, easy, and keeps your Social Security information right at your fingertips. Create your account today.
Get a smart start this new school year with deals you don't want to miss. Get a prepaid device starting at just $235. Choose from the TCL 503, Honor Play 10, Samsung A07, Samsung A17, and more. Every prepaid device purchase includes a free starter package with minutes, data, and SMS to get you started. Students and teachers, sign up for a Trio postpaid plan and enjoy 50% off for 3 months. Bundle your Trio plan with a postpaid data plan and get a free MiFi. Start the school year powered up with a postpaid power pack, including a device and your postpaid plan deposit, starting at $275. Plus, new students and teachers that sign up for their postpaid bundle get their first month free. Power up for back to school with Smart. Smart, bringing people together.
For years, teachers have complained about the expense they incur when preparing their classrooms ahead of the new school year. Well, President of the Belize National Teachers Union, Nadia Kaliz, says she continues to hear those cries. According to Kaliz, the union has consistently made calls on the government to establish a resource allowance for teachers. Kaliz says it's no longer a request, but now a demand, as she promised teachers that this will be the last school year they will go without it.
My teachers, I want to say this to you out there today. We understand, or as your leader, I understand, the council understands the fact that we have to and we will go after our resource allowance. This, and if you don't know what is the resource allowance, in St. Lucia, in Grenada, I was so proud of my brother from Grenada when he shared at the last Caribbean Union of Teachers executive meeting how the government has decided that every August they are going to give their teachers a particular grant to assist them with the acquisition of school resources. Wow. These two, and in Belize we have been asking for this over and over again. Over and over and over again we have been asking for the same thing. They've listened, but did they truly hear us? They've listened, but are you really listening? This is the last September, and I'm saying this, the last September 2026 will be the last time our educators will be going into their pockets to provide these resources.
The question is whether the Brisenu administration will be able to find the funds within its annual budget to carve out space for resource allowances. Destiny Wagner is breaking her silence on the Miss Universe Belize controversy. The national director says production errors, not manipulation, caused the confusion that overshadowed Callie Rose West's victory on Saturday night. Wagner apologized for the mistakes but rejected claims of sabotage or altered scores. She also said West rightfully earned her title, while coordination challenges with the franchise's El Salvador-based operators affected the show's execution. Speaking with co-host Chelsea Munoz, she supported the claim that West legitimately earned her title, but noted that organizational errors hindered the production.
There was definitely miscommunication and just things that happened in the moment that we did not prepare for. But I do believe that it could have gone a lot better. When it comes to the situation that, we were given a list that wasn't the right list, I do believe that it was just in the moment, the committee, it was just a lot going on. But I don't want that to take away from the 8 delegates. They did an amazing job. They did a tremendous work on stage. It's just unfortunate that it played out this way. But I do believe that they should be the focus of the conversation, and not a few moments that did not go perfectly. Callie Rose West, she earned her place in the top 5. And unfortunately, the mistake, which is an honest mistake, reading out from that list, calling out the 6th delegate, it just so happened that Callie was to be on the top 5. So I'm just grateful that it played out that way. Unfortunately, that's kind of the focus that's happening, but it's easy for people from the outside to look and judge what was happening without being in that position.
The pageant also garnered criticism for displaying the Guatemalan Mayan structure tikal during a cultural heritage moment in the show. According to a statement from the Miss Universe Belize franchise, all art was selected by a local Belizean team, who have since acknowledged the mistake. A part of Belize's ancient Maya past has been damaged, and tonight the Institute of Archaeology wants to know Who is responsible? Archaeologists say heavy machinery apparently flattened part of Complex D at the El Pocito archaeological site near Guinea Grass Village in Orange Walk. The damage comes just months after researchers completed a new survey of the site, and as monitoring continued because of nearby land clearing, senior archaeologist Josue Ramos says it is a major setback for preservation and a reminder that protecting Belize's heritage is everyone's responsibility.
Even if it's on a private property, leased land, or crown land, once it's an ancient monument, an archaeological site, it's protected by law. And currently, since December of 2024, our minister was able to lobby with his cabinet colleagues, and they passed or to amend the legislation, the NTUCB, which increased the penalty from $5,000 to $75,000 and from 2 to 5 years imprisonment. For instance, first instance of site destruction or charge, right? And there is another aspect to it. For instance, if you, as Brittany Gordon, has a piece of land and we know that you're engaged in a development, we would write to you and say, Ms. Brittany, we know that you're in the process of the development, but we also understand that there could be archaeological features in your property. Here is the policy that helps you to develop your land sustainably. We would share with you the archaeological impact assessment, which was passed in 2023, and we provide a list of archaeologists to you. So we don't dictate which archaeologists you will use. We just provide you a list of accredited archaeologists that can do the assessment for you. You then negotiate with them. The archaeologists will then submit a report to us. We evaluate that. We go on the ground to see what's been reported is factual. And then the archaeologists will propose a plan for you. And then we will review that plan. And if we see it fit, we accept it or we amend it. Because we are here not to stop development, but to work with people and ensure that development is done sustainably.
Archaeologists are warning developers and farmers to do their due diligence and consult with authorities about possible archaeological sites on property. Motorists traveling between Belize City and Orange Walk faced major delays Saturday afternoon after police shut down traffic near Mile 27 in Biscayne Village while processing a fatal accident scene. Drivers and even pedestrians were reportedly held for more than 2 hours as police waited for crime scene personnel from Belize City and a justice of the peace to arrive. With no alternate route available, the delay disrupted travel plans and business arrangements for scores of people. We asked Assistant Superintendent of Police Stacey Smith whether officers could have exercised greater discretion to keep traffic moving while preserving the integrity of the investigation.
Well, the integrity of the investigation is paramount. Certainly, if there was a matter where life was at risk in terms of the persons in the traffic being upheld, that would take paramount consideration. But where that is not the concern, the integrity of the scene in terms of conducting a thorough investigation is a paramount consideration. Certainly, the view is to do it as expedient as possible, but you cannot be expedient at the expense of being thorough.
Isn't there supposed to be a police force that I think recall, like say, near the COVID 2021, there was a bus that officers that need coming from Orange Walk could catch to come to police.
Yes, I believe there is a police bus. I'll have to confirm what was the status on that occasion, but they leave at particular time and maybe it was not as feasible for, yes please.
Numerous drivers and pedestrians pleaded desperately with the ranking officer at the scene to allow traffic flow off the road sideway from the scene, but their plea fell on deaf ears. Up next, one less worry for parents at Stella. Every student is receiving 2 uniforms thanks to a nonprofit group connected through Belize City's new Sister City partnership with Myanmar, Florida.
Connect Connection isn't something you switch on. It's something you build together.
Connected through culture.
Culture isn't preserved in silence. It's kept alive through participation.
Connected through education.
Education doesn't always look like a classroom. Sometimes it looks like someone taking the time to teach and someone else choosing to learn.
Connected through sports.
Before the wins, before the applause, there's belonging. Here, young people learn more than how to play. They learn how to stand together.
Connected through community.
Community isn't a campaign, it's showing up. Not once, but every time it matters.
Connected through you.
Behind every connection is a person who cares. People who listen. People who stay. We don't just connect services, we connect you to your world.
Connected through every chapter.
Smart, bringing people together.
KTV The Remix Season 8 is bringing the heat every Tuesday night. Experience Belize's biggest singing competition live from the Bliss as your favorite contestants battle it out on stage with unforgettable performances. The show starts at 8 p.m. sharp, so don't be late. Get your tickets today at Greater Belize Media on Coney Drive or 88 Shopping Center and come be a part of the excitement. KTV The Remix Season 8, where Belize's next superstar takes the stage. See you every Tuesday at 8 p.m. only on GBM.
Insurance fact. Did you know with Home Protector Insurance, construction projects can receive insurance coverage from start to finish? We offer a variety of bonds. This includes bid bonds, advance payment bond, performance bonds, or others. Let Home Protector be a part of your team and help safeguard you through your next project. Visit any Home Protector Insurance office near you to learn more.
Every dollar you save today is a seed for tomorrow. Let your dreams take root and grow. Belize Bank, your future, our commitment.
Sport is more than a game. It builds discipline, it creates opportunity, it strengthens communities, and it brings a nation together. But building the future of sport in Belize requires more than talent. It requires vision, investment, partnership, and action. This September, Belize comes together for the first ever Belize National Sports Summit 2026, a national conversation about where we are, where we want to go, and what it will take to transform sport in Belize. From stronger sports governance and better facilities to youth participation, athlete development, health and wellness, financing, inclusion, and sports tourism. Let's build the future of sport. Let's build stronger communities. Let's build Belize. The Belize National Sports Summit 2026 comes alive September 2nd and 3rd at the Belize Civic Center.
Back to school season brings excitement for students, but for many parents, it also brings the pressure of finding money for books, supplies, and uniforms. At Stella Maris School, one of those costs has been lifted. Through Belize City's new sister city relationship with Mira, Florida, a nonprofit group has donated 2 uniforms for every student. It is a timely act of support that helps families breathe a little easier as the new school year begins. Shane Williams reports.
Bridge 501 set out to provide 1 uniform for every student at Stella Maris School, but community support helped double that goal. Now, all 147 students will receive 2 uniforms, giving parents 1 less expense to worry about as the new school year begins.
A few weeks ago, the Belize City Council had Belize Day for the sister city relation that we recently signed on the Miramar City in Florida. And through that initiative, a group of people within the diaspora called Bridge 501 have partnered and have since then assisted the Stella Maris with some school uniforms. I believe that all parties involved saw the need for school uniforms as it relates to kids, and of course that is one of the most expensive things when preparing students for back to school.
For parents, the support comes at just the right time, as the cost of getting a child ready for school can quickly add up.
It's really generous, because it's not easy being a parent trying to look for uniform for our kids. It's not easy, so the 2 uniforms that we received is really a generous offer. It made me cry when I heard about it. I still kind of get goosebumps, because it's a generous donation.
But for Stella Maris principal Dorrit Pascasio Griffith, the uniforms represent much more than financial assistance. Many of the students come from families that struggle financially, and having a proper uniform can affect how a child feels about coming to school.
Most of the kids at Stella Maris School are needy students, right? They don't have it like that. And to always be coming, in that rags, sometimes they don't feel confident. And we all know when we dress up, we feel confident, we want to be at school. So one of the greatest things that I said was uniform, because I wanted my kids to come to school properly dressed, just like a Belize Elementary, just like a Horizon, just like the other school. I wanted them to feel valued. I wanted them to feel love and to feel that confidence when coming to Stella Maris School.
Principal Pascasio Griffith says the donation goes beyond clothing. For Stella Maris students, the uniforms will help create a sense of belonging and show them that they are valued. Shane Williams reporting for News 5.
For one Southern Belizean, a simple bingo game turned into a moment she will never forget. The lucky winner hit a 2-handed jackpot worth $292,100. And she says it took a moment for the shock and excitement to sink in. Now she is opening up about the winning ticket, the unforgettable reaction, and what comes next.
I made it at work, the play, but I say I never made a buy, but a buy. And then when I win, I didn't even want to finish the hours.
The night when you were watching it and you were seeing your numbers, every number me to play, me to go in your favor, how you start feel?
Miss nervous like right now. Because I have friends who I never got and boyfriend who I never got.
Can you start off by telling us how you feel for winning this?
Good. Excellent.
What will you do with the money that you won?
Finish build my house.
How much money did you win?
A good amount.
How long have you been buying this ticket?
Miss, years.
Did you ever think that you would win?
No, ma'am.
So what encouraged you to keep buying?
Because for one, till I finally catch it.
The ticket was purchased from the Sian Dali store in Dangriga. Before we leave you, here's tonight's viewer's voice. On our first story, BTL Chairman Lizarraga faces union revolt over Speednet fallout. Norberto Rancharan commented, "Honestly, his contract should be recalled for non-performance. BTL needs capable people who steer it forward. You don't put a fisherman to fix a computer." Turning to, can Belize workers really survive on $5 minimum wage? Mercy Lima shared, and whether we want to accept it or not. Many of us are modern-day slaves, working just to survive, barely making enough to cover the basic necessities while the cost of living keeps climbing. They're like we to regress instead of progress. We cannot keep celebrating independence while working families are struggling just to survive. Belize deserves better than simply surviving from paycheck to paycheck. And finally, on Maya history destroyed by heavy machinery near Guinea grass, Temujin Pereira shared, "The consequences for these infractions are too lenient. These need to be reevaluated and enforced with no chance to bypass. Imagine destroying a landmark. It's basically priceless and irreplaceable. These monuments, ancient Maya sites, temples have been around for millenniums. The heritage and the significance of these sites have been here throughout the ages. So a mere $75,000 or 5 years maximum is hardly a slap on the wrist and a slap to the face of the culture." Thank you for engaging with us online. Your voices shape the national conversation. Keep those comments coming and we'll continue to feature them right here. And that's the news. Tonight's broadcast is available at greaterbelize.com, on our Facebook and on YouTube. I'm Sabrina Daly. Thanks for joining us, and from all of us here at News 5, good night.